Hot Seat Podcast.
Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hot Seat Podcast. And yeah, for those of you guys who are new to this podcast, it's basically a podcast by me, ID Isham. I've never ever introduced myself in this podcast. I just realized that. Fuck. Okay, guys. Well, by the way, thank you so much to everyone who have given us a follow and who have listened to the first 2-3 episodes on Hot Seat. Three.
Your podcast or my podcast?
Wait, who's my second guest?
First Saiful,
Anna. Oh, Anna. Okay. So yeah, a total of 3 podcasts. And yeah, thank you so much for all the support. We are finally in the Spotify podcast charts. So guys, without delaying, without wasting any more time, I just want to welcome our guest for today, Nur Haliza Osman.
Salah. Osman Husia.
Wait, who's your name?
Burger.
Ramli.
Burger.
Nur Haliza Ramli.
Yeah.
Thank
My
you.
full name, you expose.
Thank you for coming on board. How are
no
you?
problem. I'm good.
This is so weird because Liz has been around in Al-Kisah for a year.
A year plus now.
A year plus, going to 2 years already. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this is the first time, I guess, that we are having a one-to-one talk.
No lah, one-to-one always. Emotional talk.
Yeah. Liz, that is something that we're going to be bringing up as well. But yeah, thank you so much, Liz, for coming on board. Liz, I think a lot of people know you from Al-Kisah.
Yeah, definitely.
But here's the thing, a lot of people do not know who is Liz outside as a person by yourself. Share lah sikit.
Okay, hi, my name is Liz. I'm 26 this year.
Don't look at me like you're gonna laugh. Look in front.
I'm 26 this year, currently full-time AKP/Unicity.
Mm-hmm.
What else you want to know?
I picked her up from Uniqlo. Yeah, so Liz is currently doing full-time with us and doing full-time with Unicity as well.
Yeah.
It's been... How many years have you worked at Uniqlo actually?
Oh, the last when I quit was just nice my 4th year.
4th year?
Yeah.
Like you hit the 4-year mark?
Yes, correct.
Damn, son. Damn, that's fucking long eh.
I'm surprised also,
As a
actually.
manager, right?
No, as a supervisor.
Supervisor.
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever when it comes to workplace, right? I think when people talk about ranks, and when people say here supervisor, people here manager, and then especially the older generation, they're gonna be like, wow, you're so successful. Must be rich because supervisor, you know. How much was your pay back then? If you don't mind sharing.
Actually, honestly, it's not that bad. I was earning before CPF lah, 3K per month, and there's bonus once every 3 times a year.
Ooh, okay. And
It's actually quite good lah. But for the work that you do, hell no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. So you're happy that you left lah.
Yes, very happy actually.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Liz. Back to the story
Okay.
just now. Actually, who is Liz? I kind of know Liz through Ferd. When she was
correct.
in Avantcard at that point of time, and then after that we got to know. But I've never really know who you were as a person. So let's debunk that mystery. Who is Liz?
Mr. Rico.
Yeah. So how many siblings do you have in total?
Okay, I think most of you would know that I always say I have no siblings. But I'm going to reveal here that I actually have 2 elder brothers from different fathers.
Wait,
So my first
First
brother,
brother?
eldest brother from
another mom?
his father.
Oh, father.
Same mom.
Okay.
Then second brother from his father.
Okay.
Then I'm the third
Ah.
from my father.
Okay, I see. So there's a total of 3 of you. But are you guys like very close
No.
or?
I only met them apparently. Okay, from what I remember, when I was very young, like just born that kind of age, they met me before, but I don't remember lah. Of course lah, baby, right?
Okay.
And then I met them again when I was poly 3. So how old was I then? 2019, 2018, 2019.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
about 20 years old lah.
Alright. Okay, guys. So if you guys do not know, right, this actually about family and about list in family kind of thing. It really struck me. Kita terus masuk hot question for hot seat. Okay, it really struck to me because last year Hari Raya, that was the time where I saw like Liz wasn't going out. Liz wasn't or should I say posting any photos of her like out
Raya lah.
Raya with family and all that. So and it has never ticked in my mind to ask her. Okay, so until that point of time when I saw her, and then after that she was saying like, oh, so happy to see you guys and all that, and then all of us standard, we will all be sending photos of us as a family,
yeah,
and all
correct.
that, and then she smiled. She just smiled and said that she was happy, and then as I was scrolling through, I realized that she did not have a family photo. She did not send us back a family photo.
Wait, the song making me emotional.
And then I was like, how come? So I asked. She said, oh, she usually don't. You know how people say that, usually don't celebrate Hari Raya, and it's like a norm. Liz, why are there tears in your eyes?
No, don't have.
Damn, your eyes are tearing up.
Don't have.
Okay. This is Liz's defense mechanism. She always tries to laugh it off. But yeah, I'm so sorry you're in a hot seat podcast. and you
but cold, yeah.
you can't run away. It doesn't affect your eyes, bro. Okay. So I just want to ask, you're okay with sharing?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So when Liz told me about her backstory, it kind of, I was like, I was left speechless for sure. But yeah, so the main highlight was where she told me that she almost got sold off by her real dad. Macam like the story
The previous
one,
justice,
abused by
Honestly, I was outside, right? I was trying my best not to cry, but I died. I cried like nobody's business.
Why?
Because some parts I can relate to as the child.
Okay, so if you don't mind, like how were you growing up, like
Okay.
with your parents?
Okay, so when I grew up, I was living with my grandmother and so basically it's just my paternal side. I live with my grandmother and my male uncle. Uncle mesti
But now, wait.
So-
But now uncle can change.
No, this one original.
Confirm him one.
Confirm male. Okay. So I was staying with my late grandmother at that point of time and my uncle lah. And my dad was supposed to be there, but I don't see him. So growing up, I always call my grandmother mommy and
Okay.
my uncle daddy. It's a very weird combination.
Okay.
Because to me, those two are the mother and my father figure in my life lah. So growing up, naturally you would think that the female in the family is your mother, the male in the family is your father lah.
Okay.
But as I grew up, my dad started to appear. So what I found out was that he has been going in and out.
Okay.
So when I grew up, I tend to understand the situation better. But my relationship with my dad wasn't that good because I grew up with my grandmother and my uncle, right? So naturally I'm always closer to them rather than my dad.
Okay.
But one time I remember my dad brought me to the doctor. I don't know why. I wasn't sick.
Okay.
Then he asked me to pretend to cough and ask doctors for cough medicine.
Okay. And how old were you at that point?
Primary school?
Okay.
lower
You
primary.
mentioned earlier that you were staying with your grandma and your uncle, and then suddenly one day your dad appeared.
Probably he come out.
At what age was it, if you could remember?
Primary school before, I know it was before I was primary 4.
But you still remember it, or
It's
was it
macam-
being told to you?
I remember.
Oh.
He appeared out of nowhere. Then like biasalah kecoh-kecoh, like chaotic. Don't know lah. He always have a hot tempered. So I remember few incidents that in my head that I remember is one, he brought me to the doctor to force me to cough and ask for cough medicine. The second one is I remember I and him was dragged to the police station, but I don't remember why.
Okay.
So it was quite traumatic for me because like when you were young, police station, you're like, shit, police, what happened? I never do anything wrong, right? So that's what I remember lah. Then when my grandmother passed away, he wanted to bring me with him wherever he was going. But at that point of time, thankfully, my uncle and my another aunt fought for me to stay in the house. So honestly, I don't know if I were to follow him at that point of time, what would happen lah. So I was still thankful that I managed to stay.
Okay, so sorry, but in this whole story, right, that you have told as of now, like where was your mom?
Okay, my mom, honestly, I did not know where she was at that point of time.
Okay.
So at that point of time, in my head, like, okay, I don't have a mama in my head.
You have never like asked your grandma? Or
No,
your
I never,
uncle?
because I don't know. It's like just I don't know. It's just you sense that it's something that shouldn't be asked. Same thing like my dad. I didn't ask where was he all this time. But as you grow older, you tend to understand the situation better when you read the room and that kind of thing lah. So I never actually asked personally like, where's my mom, where's my dad? But I just like, oh, okay, confirm ni lah. So it's just my own thinking, which was eventually true lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I met my mom when I was 20 years old.
Oh, okay.
For the first time.
For the first time?
Yeah.
How?
Okay, the situation was very funny. So that day my aunt said like, can you take half day? I was going through internship.
Okay.
So she asked me like, can you take half day or take leave because I want to meet you. Then I'm like, okay, I take half day. So I take half day. I met my aunt at Bedok, which was quite weird because my aunt stayed at Tampines. So if I meet her, usually it's at Tampines lah. So we met at Bedok interchange. Then she's like, oh, okay, wait, how to go to this place without telling me anything. Then we were taking the bus. Then I was like, nah, where are we going? But I never asked. I'm the type that I don't ask. I just like, okay, whatever. So the moment when we reached the bus stop and we were walking, then she said, in the lift going up, oh, we're going to meet your mom. So I like, oh, I didn't have time to react. So I just like, oh, okay. Then the lift opened. Then she went to the house. Then I saw my mom there. And
but do you remember her face before you actually met her, or
no, I never remembered her face. I don't remember about her at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so probably you all think like, oh, reunion between a daughter and a mom, confirm cry a lot, like emotional kind of shit. Knowing me, I very emotional, right?
Yeah.
No, I just like stood there and I had no feeling, no reaction, no nothing. So I just like, oh, okay.
Both sides or only you?
Definitely she felt happy lah, can see. But for me, I don't know how to show. I just like, oh, okay, say hi. Dah. Okay. Cause it's like, okay, you mentioned 20 years you don't have a mom figure and then suddenly you met your mom. You, okay lah, most probably normal people, they be like, oh my god, I meet my mom and then but I think cause I was caught off guard, so I was not prepared. So I was like, oh, okay. It didn't sink into me. Yeah, so I went back and then I'm like, oh, okay. I thought like after I go home also I would still have macam, oh my god, I met my mom, that kind of thing. But I think I just didn't have a reaction because before that I actually hated her for leaving me.
Oh, for leaving.
Yeah, for leaving, for abandoning me. Until one day I was telling to myself, actually, you know what? No point hating on her.
Okay, during that first time where you met your mom at 20 years old, like what was the conversation between you and her about? Like other than her asking about your well-being, like did you ask her back anything?
No,
like
I didn't.
Because I think for some people who face the same similar situation, the first thing when they meet their mom, they will definitely be asking where did you go? Why did you leave me? Those kind of things. Like
I didn't, sir. Like in my head, all I could remember from that first meet was just me replying one word, one answer. And then it's just like her and my aunt just talking. And then I'm just there like, oh, okay.
So after everything and then you guys just left?
I left, salam her, then I left. Then, but slowly it took time for her to get to know me and for me to get to know her lah. And slowly...
But you still meet after that lah?
Yeah, okay. We still meet. And then she had to go through a divorce procedure. Because at that point of time, she and my dad wasn't divorced.
Okay.
So they kirakan, I don't know what is it called in English, but yang tak bertali. What's that like?
Liz, we were in a very serious moment, Liz.
No, like they
Tak
say
bertali.
like
No strings attached.
like you married but then you separated for so many years but you never go through the legal process. What is it called?
Muta'ah. I don't know.
I know
Okay,
there
okay,
was
okay.
a sentence, but okay lah. So
Okay, okay.
apparently they already separated the moment I was born, but they never go through that legal procedure. So
Okay.
every time I had to fill up a form, the school form like status of your parents whatsoever. I'm always confused at that point of time.
Yeah, how did you grow up feeling that consent form up?
Chaotic. I need to write letter lah, this lah, guardian letter lah. Need to go down to court for like a proper you cannot be a legal guardian unless you have that written black and white letter.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I want to apply for passport also very hard because before 21 or before 18 you cannot apply on your own, right?
Correct.
So I remember it was damn hard for me to apply whatever IC or consent form, even for school, mendaki, whatsoever. It was super chaotic, super tedious basically.
So your grandma and your uncle did not have that legal guardian.
Don't have.
So how did you fill up the forms? Like do you pass it to them and then they pass it to your mom, or
They fill up but later they got like macam write a note like, or grandmother or whatsoever. Then they always meet up with my teachers. So basically my school knows my situation lah.
I see.
So
I
they
see.
technically close one eye lah.
Okay.
But the process of like from primary school to secondary school, then that's a new whole cycle. Secondary school to poly, new whole cycle, that kind of shit lah.
Okay. Okay.
So when they were going through the divorce procedure, right, that's when my mom and my dad had to meet. So when they had to meet, secrets were being revealed. Which one of them was, my mom confronted my dad saying that she know that he tried to sell me off, and that was the first time that I found out about that. So I got even more like, what the fuck is going on? And then apparently a few years back, my dad asked for my picture for my aunt. So my aunt thinking like, oh okay lah, my dad misses me, he want to see my picture. So she just sent without any intention. And then apparently he used that photo, he passed it to his friend who was inside also lah. And then apparently the friend got some house in Bukit Panjang or Bukit Batok, I don't remember which bukit lah. And then my dad, when I visited him at that point in time, he said like, okay, later my friend keluar, you meet him, he got this house, he want to give it to you. Me being the lurus bendol and the very naive kid, I was like, oh okay, got house
How
for
old
me
were
to
you?
sell. I think at that point of time I was already secondary school.
Also, it's just you and your dad lah.
And my aunt lah.
Oh, and your aunt.
And
Okay.
my aunt, so she witnessed everything. So I was like, oh okay lah, okay. Then I told like, okay lah, I want to stay myself, or I want, I don't know why in my head it's like, okay lah, when you come out I can still take care of you, that kind of shit. So I was like, okay. Then I found out that actually that house and that guy that was supposed to meet me and give me the house was the person that he wanted to sell me to for money for his illegal shit lah. Which kind of surprised me lah. Inside you still can do all this kind of nonsense. But that didn't bother me. What bothered me was the fact that he was willing to go that extent to get the money to do his shit.
Wait, so did you go?
No, I
And your
didn't,
aunt?
because apparently that guy that I was supposed to be sold to, hukum gantung, what's that? Death sentence. So I was like, okay lah. I mean, luckily life was on my side. That kind of shit. Yeah. So when I found out that, I was very, very angry. I remember we were at the halfway house confronting my dad, and then I burst out. I walk off, and then my mom was sad because she said that was the first time she saw me cry. Not even when I met her, not even when anything happened. My aunt also cakap that was the first time she saw me cry. And it was cry not because of sadness, but cry because of anger. Yeah. So that's when I found out that he wanted to sell me off lah. And then there was a letter. There was a letter that was written by that guy to me. And you imagine a guy like macam 40s writing to at that point of time I was in primary school, letter macam sayang no, when I found out I was
okay.
Yeah, so I was in primary school when that happened lah. So
what was written on the note?
macam you know like those sugar daddy kind talking to sugar baby kind like sayang can't wait to see you like macam in a relationship but I don't know who the fuck is this guy.
Fuck,
So
that's
my
scary.
my aunt kept that letter all those years. She gave it to my mom and then I told my mom I want to see it. It's me what? It's me that was in that situation. Let me see. When I read it, my hands were shaking lah.
Fuck.
I don't know where the letter though. But I didn't want to keep it.
Okay. And so your mom fought with your dad because of that? Lah?
Yeah.
Damn, how? Why?
I don't know, but since then the feelings towards that I had for my mom previously, like when I say like why the fuck she abandoned me, that kind, that feeling changed to my dad instead. Like whenever I visited him, like my response is always like one word. I think honestly now I don't visit him anymore.
Wait, okay. So does that incident actually brought you and your mom even closer together, or?
It brought us close, but I wouldn't say we are very close to the point where macam. Again, it took me 20 years to meet her. What? So yes, rapat, but there is still that awkwardness lah.
Okay. So now that you finally know who your mom is and everything, was there any point that you actually stayed with her instead of your grandma and your uncle?
Yes. Okay, so my grandma passed away in 2004 when I was primary school. So I moved from one house to another, which was my paternal side. Like I moved from my auntie house to my uncle house to auntie house, here and there. So when I met my mom, she already had a house with her friend, her female friend.
Okay.
So I was in my head like, okay, she has one room spare and she's my mom. So it's a responsibility of her taking care of me. At the same time, when she grow old, it's my responsibility to take care of her, right? And I've been staying like my relative house from one house to another, and to me, I don't want to be a burden to them anymore. So it's like, yeah, when my mom offered like, do you want to stay with me? I said yes immediately.
How old were you?
20, 21,
Okay.
20 plus lah.
In poly lah.
Poly, final
Okay.
year poly. So I said okay, then I moved to stay with her lah. And I stayed with her, she and her female friend.
Okay. So okay. So other than that, I think the question that is on everybody's mind, especially, is because whenever you go on live, okay, whenever you go on TikTok live and everything, you are always either at the office or at your place, which you did not
reveal
anything. You just say it's your place. So a lot of people were and come on lah, let's face it, most of the time you're in the office even till late nights and everything.
Correct.
So people were asking like, asal dia ni asyik kat why is she always there? She got no house ah.
Okay.
You know that kind of those kind of questions, like because you mentioned the last from our story was that you were staying with your mom. And then when I know you, you were staying alone.
Correct.
In a rental
correct.
a rental flat, right?
Rental room.
Rental room. Yeah. So actually, why? What happened in between?
Okay. Before that, let me disclaimer. I know you all keep seeing me in the studio. You all will think my bosses bully me because I got work till late night. Guys, no.
It's not halfway home. Between life and death. For Liz. Halfway home.
Bodoh lah. Okay. So yes, I was staying with my mom at that point of time, but throughout 2 years in after staying with her, she actually got really sick. And then she passed away due to lung cancer and lung infection. Stage 4. So when that happened, I had to move out of the house. You want me to share that process also?
Wait, was it like a very rabak process?
It was.
Wait, you had to move out from... But isn't that house your mom's house?
No, it's not.
Are you okay to story?
Yes, okay.
Go.
So basically that house belonged to my mom's female friend.
Okay.
And she and her female friend very close lah. So she was staying with her female friend, and when I moved in, I was like the third person in the house lah. So before I moved in, it was always the two of them. Then when I moved in, my mom's friend felt that I was intruding. Yeah. So reason why I'm not going to say that because I hate my mom. So then after that, when my mom got sick, my mom's side, which was my grandmother and my mom's friend, blamed me for her sickness, saying that she had to work hard to pay for my. At that point of time, I was doing uni.
Okay.
I was doing private uni. So private uni is not cheap lah. It's very expensive, and that was my mistake on my part lah. I didn't do a proper research when I went to uni. So she had to work hard in order to pay for my uni fees and loans. And then they blame me for my mom getting sick stage 4. And one night I was supposed to take care of my mom dekat hospital. But my mom told me like, I don't want you to be here. I want you to go home. Like in a very angry voice. So I was like, what the hell happened? Like, did I do something wrong or whatsoever? So that night when I went home with my mom's female friend, she called me in her room. Then she said, suddenly she just blasted out to me saying that your mom is sick because of you. She had to work hard and everything. Your uni so expensive, blah blah blah. And she's like, the moment you come in, you are like the third person. I cannot be with her. You are like intruding lah and everything, and it's all your fault and everything. And then because of that, your mom don't want to see you, blah blah blah. And me being the emotional kid at that point of time, that morning my grandma also scolded me saying like, hey, you got no emotion, your mom is sick, blah blah blah. You don't show that you are sad, you are crying and everything. But I'm the type that I try my best not to cry in front of people because I don't like it when I see people cry. So I don't want people to see me cry also. But there were instances where I actually cried in the hospital, but I went to the toilet or I went out lah. I think those who knows me, you all will know that if I want to cry or when I'm angry or something, I will just storm off or I will just go away and like deal with my own emotions lah. So when people don't see that, they just feel that like, oh, you are heartless lah, you don't show emotion whatsoever. And then that night when my mom's female friend blasted with all that, so the whole day I kena blasted. So I went inside my room. I remember I texted my close friend something, but I don't remember what I texted.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what I texted, but it was something super off to the point that she had to call the police.
Suicidal, I guess?
I think so. This part I really don't remember because I blank out. The next thing I remember, I woke up, there was police officers and my hands were bleeding. But when the police officer come kan, I wore jacket and I tried to cover.
Okay.
I tried to cover like this, and then they were talking to me, and then I just like, oh, okay. But it is bleeding, like I can feel it's bleeding. And then one of the police officers like, pull your sleeve. Then I pull. This hand first, the nothing. I pull nothing. The other hand. It took me a while to hesitate. Then I pull. That's like, call ambulance, call everything. So I was...
Wait, how deep was it?
It was quite deep.
So you don't remember you slashing yourself?
I don't remember. That part I black out. Honestly, I black out. I think I was conscious when I do it, but I don't remember doing it. You know that?
When the police come, there wasn't like penknife ke, pisau ke?
Ada, but I hid it under my
Okay, what
pillow.
did you hide? So you
Pen
do
knife.
remember?
Pen knife. So
okay.
they went inside the room, they searched, and then they would ziplock that pen knife.
Okay,
they bring it to the police station. So I was sent to IMH for 23 hours observation. 24. And then after that, my aunt came to bail me out. My paternal side lah. My aunt came to bail me out, and I had to go back to that house because my clothes were all there. And my aunt told me to take my clothes and go stay with her for the time being. So when I go back to that house, my mom's female friend was there.
Did your aunt come along?
Yeah, my aunt and one of my cousin came along, and then the both of them were sitting on the right side. Then I was sitting center. Then my mom's female friend on the left side. And this one sentence that until today it haunts me to the point that if I were to see her in public, I will get panic attack. Her sentence was, tengok tangan kau, which is see your hand. I showed, and then she said, asal kau tak potong lagi dalam, menyusahkan orang je. Which was, why didn't you cut it even deeper? You are just being a burden to everyone.
Your late mom's female friend yang cakap?
So I was stunned. I couldn't react. But my aunt and my cousin also, I think they also stunned because they never react. So I just like senyap je. I kept quiet, took my things. I went back to my aunt's place to stay with her for the time being lah. And all this happened when my mom was still in the hospital. So fast forward a few months later, my mom passed away. my mom passed away, and then of course I couldn't stay in that house anymore lah, because that house was hers, my mom's friends to begin with, right?
But wait, when after that time, were you still staying at the house?
No, I moved to
Oh,
my
you
aunt's
moved to your
place.
aunt's place,
So
right?
I took
Okay.
my clothes and everything, and I went to my aunt's place and stayed there for the time being. So then when my mom passed away, I decided not like after settling everything lah, like kebumikan, kenduri and everything. And then I told myself like, okay, I don't want to associate myself with that side of the family. Not
Okay.
because they did something really, really, really bad to me, but it's just a traumatic experience ah.
Okay.
So since then I don't really macam ask or like bother about that side of the family. So I was staying with my aunt, but her house was quite full.
Okay.
Because her anak one got married already, and I'm still staying in one room. Then the other room is her son. Then
okay.
one is the main room. So I was sleeping in the
Living room.
corridor pula, the living room.
Kau tak mau step ratapan anak tiri. Makcik kau damn kau. Aku kasih kau tempat tinggal. Kau
Bukan
buka cerita
corridor.
sedih
living room. But they did give me a partition lah. So I
okay.
stayed in the living room. But then I felt like, how long more do I keep wanting to stay in people's houses from one
the
place to
feeling
another?
that
Yeah.
you become a burden
Yes,
to
correct.
someone
I always
else
have that feeling that I'm burdening my family members by moving one place to another. So I told my aunt, it was during COVID period. I told my aunt like, I want to move out and stay in my own room. Like find a room rental lah. Because I don't want to be a burden anymore. Then my aunt was like, okay, on one condition, you need to tell me wherever you go. Then I'm like, okay because I just want to move out and just not be a burden to anyone. But at the same time, I was still quite worried. What if I went for relapse? Relapse if shit happens and then everything I did anything stupid, and then I'm like, no, cannot, I need to snap out of it lah. I'm staying alone lah. If anything happen to me, it'll be like on the news, the person die in the house for don't know how many days, nobody know, right? So after searching, I found a room. I stayed at Simei, room rental. The place was good, but it had to end quite soon after, like 5-6 months, because the owner had to sell off the house due to some unforeseen circumstances. So then I need to move out, and I was a bit panicking. I was like, shit, where do I move out? Like it took a few months for me to find a proper place. And at that point of time, I was with my ex. Then my ex was like, okay, my aunt can rent you a room. Then I was like, okay lah. I mean, I had no choice. So I rented my ex-boyfriend's aunt's room. That was when I met you all lah.
Yeah.
No, haven't yet. So I stayed there.
Yeah.
No, it was the other ex that I met.
But this girl got so many ex. Fuck.
So I was staying in that place. It was quite good, but at the same time a bit awkward lah, cause it's like your ex punya relative member, right? So me being the introverted me, try my best to interact. Oh, okay, but after a while, like I do my own thing, she do her own things, which was fine by me lah, and I hope it was fine for her lah, because like I don't like to purposely like.
At the end of the day, I'm renting that kind.
Correct. So fast forward, after I met. I broke up with my ex. Then it became more awkward because I was still staying with her. Yeah, then that's when I met you all.
Yes.
So I was like, after a while, then she said like, hey, I need you to vacate this room as soon as possible. Not because you broke up with my nephew, but it was because her brother coming back, and I was renting her brother's room. So I was like, shit, another chaotic process. So I needed to find a place immediately, and I couldn't, because again it took quite some time for me to find a correct place. So since I needed to move out urgently, there was this 1 month I stayed in a Cube Hotel.
Cube Hotel? What's that?
You know those spaceport hotel, like one person, one room.
The one at Bugis.
Yeah. So I stayed there for 1 month, I think 1 month or half a month, about there.
Wait, how much is it?
1,000 plus, yeah. My savings
for the whole month lah?
Half a month or 1 month, around there. I forget exactly how many days. But I did at Bugis because it was near my workplace at that moment of time. So technically I saved on transport money lah kan. So then while staying there, I was finding a place, and I found a place that I don't want to reveal where I stay, because if if authorities find out I die.
Yeah.
But it was a place that I think it was affordable enough and able to live in basically. So that's why most of the time I stay in the studio is because I don't know, because when you stay alone people think it's fun but it's quite lonely.
Oh. Liz is hinting, by the way, guys. She's still single. If only she can bring a gorilla over.
But I think it's just different when I'm here, the vibe, because it's a place where I can get work done and happiness. Like, okay, not because tengah angkat or what, but because this place, like every time there's ID, there's iFood, there's food at the about time. Then now there's the LJL boys. And then sometimes when they are bored, they come down to the studio. And then I'm like, okay lah, at least there's people around,
Okay. How long? So basically, how long did you live alone? Like it was from
2020. So this is
2020.
my 4th year.
4th year.
It's just 4th.
How is it? How is it like? I know a lot. Even a lot of us when we are younger, we always want to. Especially when we look at the Western culture, most of the time when they grow up to 18, and then some of their parents will be the one telling them go out, go get your own place, go live on your own. You know, that kind of culture. We always want it to happen to us. I think for most of us. But then at the same time, especially for us Malays, the parents will not allow it. Most of us. Because number one, later our parents scared we do some hanky-panky shit alone. Number two, it's expensive nowadays. Number three, like the parents will always feel like it's our responsibility to take care of you until you get married. Especially for the girls. So like, how is it living alone? Like, is it as fun or?
Okay, the first few months is like, wow, shock, I stay alone, no curfew, freedom. Definitely you will feel that. But after a while, like, it actually sucks because you are quite boring gila . And then on top of that, like you mentioned, it's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. You need to pay rental, you need to pay your own bills, you need to your own food, your own groceries. Sometimes even I don't cook because to me it's like I'm alone. If I cook also later, if never finish, then like, even if I want to keep leftovers, then I don't eat, then it'll be wasted. So I always buy food and then delivery. It's quite expensive also. So honestly, your money just gone staying alone. Yeah, it's expensive. Really, really expensive. Boring. The fun is you have your own freedom lah. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to ask you this one question. Do you feel whatever that you face through growing up, how you say, sculpts you to who you are actually today? Like that. For those of you guys that do not know, we always make fun of Liz because she's very, very emotional. Like all the little things that shouldn't even actually affect her, she lets it affect her, and it's to a point where it's very, very bad sometimes. Just to share, I think as of now, I can count like it's about 3-4 times Liz sent us, the whole group, fucking long ass essay messages saying that she wants to leave. And then most of the times when we get it, and then like me, Saiful, Ferd, for example, like we sit down like, actually what's wrong? What's wrong? Like, and her reasons for leaving is like, doesn't make sense at all. And then when we talk to her, we correct. It's always like, she just felt like she wasn't good enough. She felt like this, she felt like that. When none of us actually felt that way about her. So yeah, so Liz is considered known as the most emotional one in the team. So do you think like whatever that you face actually makes you who you are today, or is it you were already like that?
Honestly, I think like I mentioned last time, it was hard for me to show emotions. But when I keep it, then when I burst, it's really a bad burst, which is that attempted suicide thing. I think since then...
Don't suicide here. Your own place can. Don't do it here. Later I need to make police report all leceh.
If I contact, who wanna do your editing?
Yeah, that's why don't. Don't. That's why we take care of you. We take care of you very good, right?
Yes,
yeah, okay. Just in case anything happen, you listen, police. She
Yeah,
say
they
we
take care
treat,
of me very good. No lah.
buang pen knife dia tu.
I mean, I feel that it does shapes me in a way. It makes me express my emotions always. But I think at a certain point, I realize it's kind of stupid lah, my emotions when I release it. And then when you said about what did you say just now? Emotional.
About it sculpting you, whatever that you faced through your childhood.
Yeah, it does to a certain extent. But at the same time, I feel that if I don't go through all that, right, I wouldn't be who I am right now. I think I would still be, I wouldn't say pampered, but I would still feel like whatever. Okay, I used to think that whatever I go through was shit lah, the world is against me and whatsoever. But now in my head, it's like, if I think that I'm going through worse, there are actually people out there that is going through even worse than what I'm going through. Yeah, so emotional wise, I think I will still be emotional. Heads up to all of you. But I'm trying to control it lah.
Okay, one question. How do you actually gather all the strength to, you're basically going through life alone. Like, there's not even a single time where we hear, I'm meeting my aunt, I'm meeting my cousin, I'm meeting this. It's always you meeting friends. Like, how do you go through life alone, basically? Like is it hard? Is it
Okay, honestly, it's hard. Like you said, when the Raya incident, that's when it hits you, right? Yeah, when Raya, I see you all with your family. I do get sad, honestly. But to me, that's life. Like, you ask me how I get the courage, right? Honestly, I don't know, sir. I really don't know. I'm just living my day to day just like that with the flow. But there's one thing that someone told me that until today, it hits me hard.
okay?
And it made me cry in public. Liz, you have no one. We are your only family. The person that told me is you.
Oh, I said.
Cibai lah dia ni.
Aku baru nak cakap. So sweet.
Yeah, so ID told me at Rumi
Oh.
and it made me burst out. I burst out crying after that sentence because it's actually true. Like almost 2 years with Al-Kisah and mostly with ID and Shu, definitely ID and Shu. They have treated me like their own kid. They have treated me like their own kid, like their own sister. We went through a lot of shit. They know a lot of my shit. They advised me, they scolded me like my own brother and sister lah. So I honestly, fuck, you purposely sia. I honestly appreciate them a lot. They really helped me a lot in ways that people don't imagine. Even my closest friend don't. I appreciate my closest friend. Don't take it like I say like I don't appreciate you guys. But the way ID and Shu took care of me is really on a different level which I couldn't imagine. And right now I have Saiful in the team, Ferd in the team, and even with the LJL boys, honestly it's different because like when I'm stressed, right, I really look forward to Saturdays. Because Saturdays got the LJL boys, they always, even though they bully me, right, they make me it's macam, I don't know how to explain.
Is
it's
it something that you've been longing to
it's
have?
like younger siblings that I have, and then you are like my elder siblings. Like it's like a family lah. Like fuck lah. Do you want to cry photo? Sorry guys. My defense mechanism is I will curse. But yeah lah, with like honestly, with them I really have a family already lah. Yeah.
And sometimes, like I mentioned, it's not only Liz, even to Ferd, even to Saiful. I think that's one way me and Shu actually treat, especially those closest to us. That's why I mentioned, I always say that, I've never treated the people in macam Ferd, Saiful, Liz and all that as just kawan, as friends, or even as business partners. But it has come to a point where they feel like my siblings. Me being the eldest one in my own family, so I've never had like how do I say it? Like a kakak or a sister or an elder sister or elder brother. So even though you guys are younger, right? Sometimes the way you scold me, yes, Liz nags a lot. Just like that elder sister kind of nag, and yeah, sometimes it makes sense, and then sometimes it doesn't make sense because she's the emotional one sometimes, and then after that when it comes to Saiful, he's I'm working with him for university. I'm under him. The way he guides me, the way I got to where I am right now in university or in financial wise is all thanks to him and his advice. Aku pula emosi, aku lah. Dan yeah, and yeah lah, it's basically like that elder brother kind of shit that I guess I do not have. Like that's number 2, and then there's Ferd. Ferd has always been there. During my ups and downs. Probably because he's part of the shit too. But yeah, Ferd Ferd has been around since during the biggest downfall of Al-Kisah, and all the way till now, till where we get back on our feet. And yeah, what's gonna come up next is gonna be even sadder, but yeah lah, it is what it is lah, I'm just leave it at that. So
not the time yet lah.
not the time yet to say lah. Yeah, but yeah, that's why, and Liz has been helping a lot, and when I say a lot, is a lot. So that's why, to the point, and we are meeting each other every single week. So I think that's why it got all of us really, really close
I
together.
think almost every day, sir.
Yeah. It was a point that
it was not
every
here,
day.
but it's at university. If not university, it's here.
Yeah, so that's why I feel like you guys are not just friends. You guys are a family to me. So yeah lah, that's why I think I said what I said to you, to the point where I don't even remember. Yeah, so
But
Yeah.
just one thing lah, it just sucks like you treat us very well, and I see you treat us, not only us, even some people that is no longer around here, but those people took advantage and then treated you like shit. Wow, that just fucked up lah. Not gonna say what anymore, but I think that really made me super angry.
no lah. Yeah, you can't. What I can say is, you can't please everyone. And I've never regretted having anyone in my team, be it whether they were functioning or not, because I always feel like people, Allah put people in my life for a reason. It's either for me to learn from it, or learn from it either the good way or the bad way, and yeah, sometimes, like I say lah, sometimes you can't just please anyone. Even as much as you try to be fair, some may not see it the same way. So yeah lah, just take it as a lesson. I've never regretted. Yes, sometimes I get mad for whatever that they have done, but I'm also thankful. Like you mentioned, they definitely came in and let me learn. It basically shaped who I am today. It basically shaped what Al-Kisah is today. So yeah.
Tiba
aku punya. Hey, this episode should be about you. Why are you interviewing me now? So
plot twist.
okay guys, thank you so much for everyone, to everyone for listening to our Hot Seat podcast. Thank you so much, Liz, for sharing this, like finally after 2 years of being with us. Yeah, so
Thank you,
Liz,
Ivy.
this is the first time the first time that you tell people about this.
Yeah, correct. The full story lah.
The full story. So yeah, and yeah, if you guys want to learn how to lose weight without the hassle of diet and exercise, you guys can buy from Liz Add her
Guys,
link in her bio.
I need to pay rental, guys.
Kiwa, main cerita sedih. Cepat. Try. Dia cerita sedih suruh orang beli. Cepat.
Guys, please buy for
Look
me.
at the camera.
I don't earn much, but it helps a lot with my rental, with my bills to pay, with my food. Sometimes, aku tak boleh.
Cepatlah.
Sometimes I stay late night because I got no money to go home. Actually, no lah. My home very near only. I cannot take this seriously.
Liz has this issue where whenever she's put in a spot, right, where she gets stressed out, right, she will laugh.
Yeah,
like
correct.
this.
When I stress, I laugh. When I'm in pain, I will laugh.
Okay, guys. So, guys, don't forget, if you guys want to lose weight, without the hassle of exercise, without the hassle of dieting, you guys can purchase the 2 product 1 practice. The products that both me and Liz have been sharing a lot in our TikToks.
Yes.
You guys can purchase it from her link, which is
You can go to my TikTok bio, nrhlz.r, click the link on my bio, then you can WhatsApp me at the number in my bio.
yes, and also please follow her so that she becomes more famous.
I need 13 more to 3K followers.
13 more.
13, 1-3.
Cepat lah. Okay, and by the way, guys, don't forget, if you guys see Liz in public, please do shout Liza Gorilla. And that's all for today's Hot Seat episode. See you guys in the next one. Ciao.
Bye.